Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is The Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. I'm here with my favorite cameraman of all time, Chris Mott, and I'm in a very good mood because it's Thanksgiving Wednesday, and I'm taping this episode, and I'm about to tape your Thanksgiving pack episode, so we can air it early tomorrow. So all of you who bought the Thanksgiving pack, congratulations, excited about that, and really looking forward to enjoying and sharing Thanksgiving with you tomorrow. We're going to try to air it around 11 a.m., because people do Thanksgiving. There's some people out there that do it like at noon. So I didn't want to take away from that. Some people might want to do it beforehand. So we're looking at that kind of time zone for tomorrow's episode airing. And today is a very special episode as well, because we're looking at two very serious, culty, collectible, holiday. These are two wines that get searched a lot on our website during this time of year. Two of the big brands out there. And there's so few wine brands that I get excited about brands. And the first one is really, Mott, you would almost call this iconic on the Thunder Show, right? I mean, 03, 04, 05, this will be the fourth vintage of a wine that I reviewed. There's nothing like this on the show. There's a New Zealand wine I think I've done 3 or 4 years in a row, but there is no wine I think that I've done 4 vintages of. You can totally check out my last 3 reviews on this on the Gary Scores, the SS Chris Stanisi spreadsheet. So Mott, link that up. SS Chris loves when you have to link up his action. So you can see the prior scores to this on there. Just Control F and search Clio. We've got the 06 Clio in the house. Bottle just came in. I actually saw the staff sent out an email today to our customer list, and it's just flying out the store. So I was like, whoa, let me grab a bottle, get it on the Thunder Show before I miss the kind of like, tradition. It's also a very special wine for the fact that, zoom in here a little, it was wine number 73 in my book. But what's important to understand about the difference from this to what's on the table is that this was more of a barrel sample. As I tasted this almost a year ago, now it's the final bottle product. $45 in the book, and we're actually at $34, so this is suggested retail. This is the classic blend that they love, which is 70% Montestral, 30% Cabernet Sauvignon. This is from Jumilla, which is really one of the hot up-and-coming areas in Spain, making very hedonistic, over-the-top fruit bomb wines. But if you look at my prior scores, the 03, 94 to 95 points, the 04, 94 plus, the 05, 91 points, I've scored this fruit bomb quite well traditionally, and it's one of the few superstar, monster, explosive fruit-driven wines that I tend to like because there's a lot more complexities and balance in this wine. Kind of different than, let's say, an Orange Swift Prisoner, which I think is a very delicious wine, but has kind of the lack of complexities and second-tier fruit, second-tier spices, second-tier structure that I've always traditionally liked in Clio. And so that's what separates maybe those two cult wines that a lot of people talk about. And then we're going to get into Dolce, which is Farniente's, well, actually now Nickel & Nickel's Dolce 2005 Late Harvest, which is a $70 dessert wine that always gets big scores. A lot of people call it the Decam of California, 90% Semillon, 10% Sauvignon Blanc, one of the great dessert wines domestically that is made, if not the top domestic dessert wine. And so I'm going to jump into those two wines today as well. The beard is still very much intact, Mott. I did clean it up a little here. Did you notice?
It gets too itchy.
Yeah, it gets a little itchy. I just had to clean up. I had to tape something for television, so I thought maybe, my mom, trying to appease her. Otherwise, things are very good. Love your fam. A lot of people get a little testy with their family this time of year. Big mistake. You should embrace those moments. They're far and few between. Let's get into the wine. That's what we do. Clio, 2006 Jumilla, 70% Montestral, 30% Cabernet. You already zoomed it in, so 34 bones. Somebody texted me, good friend of mine, Josh Abramson, who one of the founders of College Humor, just texted me and said, yo, do you like the 06 Clio? Because I just saw it at a ridiculous price. So sharp price on it, $34 to $50 is what you're going to see it for around the country. Great color. I mean, just absolutely, just gorgeousness. Just beautiful, dark, black, red, dark purple paint-like colors coming through. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Just that hedonistic fruit coming across already. Like just classic candy bar meets fruit, right? I mean, just like chocolate candy bars with raspberries. Just beautiful fruit coming through on the nose. I get like that over-the-top vanilla spice that I sometimes get. I get a little bit too much oak coming through on the nose for me now, just a hair, but very deep blackberry jam flavors, pomegranate, very exotic, very rich, very thick, very viscous on the nose. Let's give it a whirl. Question of the day. Who was cooler? He-Men or Thundercats? Everybody has to answer. You've got an answer even if you didn't play with them. I mean, bombastic is what I think. Like, this wine makes me think of Beyonce. Like, just bada! Put a ring on, just bada! That's what this wine makes me think. So much fruit, so much complexity, dark cedar box flavor, silk for days. A hedonistic fruit bomb that doesn't overdo it and shows some class. Just like a polished, elegant 47-year-old lady. Maybe she was a swimsuit model when she was 24. Now it's elegance, refinement. There's just something about that polish. That's what I get here. It's bombastic. It's still got it. Maybe like an aging quarterback. Might not whip the ball just as fast anymore. And he might have some gray hairs on his beard and his head. And he might be playing for a new team that he's never played for before. But still got it. And that's kind of what this has. I mean, even though it's a youthful, vibrant wine, it's got the elegance of Bordeaux. It's got the fruit bombness of a Napa Cab or a Barossa Shiraz. It really walks this tightrope. Whereas I thought the 05 had gone overboard, where the 03 and 04 did a better job balancing it. I think the 06 is a throwback. Definitely why it made my list. It's got a hazelnut tail end flavor that I just can't wrap my head around right now. I'm like, did I eat Nutella this morning? Because I'm tasting it. It's just really interesting stuff. The raspberry fruit cannot be denied. The blackcurrant finish, the beautiful tannins. Did you like it, Ma?
Yep.
You enjoyed it?
Yep.
Was it delicious factor?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, this has it. It's delicious factor, guys. I like this wine quite a bit. I'm going to go 93 points on this wine. I think it's excellent. Definitely better than the 05 for me. I mean, just the 05 start, I was really worried if that 05 was starting a trend of the way this wine was going to be going. Clearly, Bodegas El Nido, which is the producer of Clio, is going in the right direction once again with its 06 effort. 93 points, 34 to 50 bones. Find it, drink it, love it, coddle it, pet it, send it lovely texts. Do whatever you have to do to make sure it's part of your rotation in 2008 and 2009. You know what? Following up that Zinfandel show. And actually the show I did with Kristen too was kind of wow. Rated like 8 wines in a row, like bum. That was kind of a lot of fun for me. All right, let's see what's going on here. Dolce, 2005, Napa Valley late harvest wine, 90% Semillon, 10% Sauvignon Blanc, 34 bricks at harvest, 12 bricks residual sugar, and rolls in at $70 US. So this wine does not fool around in price point. It's a half bottle, or is it a 500 ml? It's a half bottle, right? It looks kind of, it's three. This has got to be $375, right? Losing my touch. Yeah, $375. So $140 for a full bottle, Mott, kind of price point. Really copper yellow, Mott. You getting that color across on the camera?
A little bit.
Really? Just it's more of a copper.
Yeah, it's got a little more of a brown.
Yeah, it's a copper style, really. It's a copper brownish apricot. And it's a color approach more so than yellow or orange. But it's tinted orange, even without the cloth. So let's give it a sniffy sniff. And you're getting baked apricots right off the top. Yes, put apricots in like cookies, pull them out. Baked apricots, that's what I'm getting on the nose here. A little brown sugar action coming through as well. I get a little mango fruit as well, a little tropical papaya for the kids. Let's give it a whirl. this. Very peachy. Almost get like a bleeny kind of thing going on. Really good apricots. Great little brown sugar action. Peaches, apricots, mangoes. That style the whole way. Just like a classic sorbet. Like residually, like melted sorbet. Mango sorbet topped with like peachy cream. Little viscous, very thick. What do you think, Mom? I mean, it's delicious. Good. It's good. I mean, it's a pretty tasting wine. Now, it's pushing the envelope of price point, in my opinion, because we've had Tokais in the 30s.
I would get an Estancia before.
The Essencia Tokai, you mean? I like this wine. It's very delicate. I like the floral components that I pick up actually on the back end of this wine. I almost get a little pumpkin kind of thing going on too. Yeah?
Yep.
I can always tell Mott because you give the natural. A little pumpkin action, believe it or not, is coming across in this wine. So, you know, you get this beautiful orangey kind of fruit thing going on. Even tangerine, pumpkin, definitely peaches and apricots for sure. Brown sugar. It's delicious. My problem really is that I think I can replicate this for 30 to 60 in Tokai. So that's one thing that runs through my mind. But we're going to score it on its merit. I think it's a 91 plus point dessert wine. It's lacking acid for me, and that bothers me a little bit. I'd like to see a little bit more acid, but I think it's a very beautiful dessert wine, one that a lot of people seek out during this time of year. Very popular stuff. We roll through it, gun through it. A lot of those, you know, people that want to drink cake bread and Jordan and Camus, go for the names, they look for this. This is kind of like the California Decem. To me, it's a pass, because the price point is not right. To think that I could drink 2 bottles of this for a half bottle of this, and I know they're very different, but still. But it's very nice stuff, nothing wrong with it. 91 points I think is a fair score for it. I just would not go out and run and buy it. I just wouldn't. I just think, you know, I even think of the $18 Tokai that we have in stock, that's or whatever, 3 petunias that I think kind of rivals it. A little less sweet, but definitely rivals it. Good wine, not great. Great branding and a great business, but not great wine. But delicious, nonetheless. Gearing up, pumped for tomorrow. Thrilled I covered these 2 wines because thousands of you, tens of thousands of you, will be searching for them through the holidays. Hope this video helped you. Hope you kiss all your uncles and aunts, even if you don't love them that much, because you should. And 15.5 alcohol, by the way, I just noticed on this wine. Did not even remotely feel it. You know how I've talked about 13.5s, talking about heat in the back end. Not a peep about heat on the finish Mott. Interesting wine. Got to give them a lot of credit for the product they produce year in, year out. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't traditionally love the fruit bombs. As you know, my palate leans a little bit more towards vegetal, old world action. End of the day, keep trying new things. A lot of you are going to be hitting wine stores over the next 6 weeks, 4 weeks. Please pick up 2-3 bottles of things you've never had. Oh, a Tannat. Oh, a Petit Verdot. Oh, a Chinon. Or a Verdicchio. A Vernaccia. Ribolla Gialla. Whatever it is. If you've never had it, that's what you buy. You, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world. I will never shave.